Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the construction of an urban center in Black River. It will be the Black River Urban Center. Now, urban centers are vital to Jamaica. They represent the future, and in this case, you'll have modern structures built in a more secure location for Black River. And you can have the tax office there, you can have the courthouse, you can have all the government entities in one location. The largest urban center ever built in Jamaica, the first one, and I don't see any urban center being larger than the one in St. Thomas, is a Mark Bay Urban Center, game changing infrastructure. However, it has a serious problem because the rent is so high, they only have one tenant operating out of the facility. The facility can have up to 80 tenants, but only one. So some lessons were learned from that urban center, and because of that, I don't think they would ever build an urban center as big as what they built in Marlborough. Guys, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. But for other areas, let's back up. They built one in Marant Bay. It's the Marant Bay Urban Center. It opened last year. And as we said, it only has one tenant. But that is because I guess you could say, the main reason is the rent is very expensive. One building in that urban center is $10 million a month. So that's a lesson learned. When they build these new ones, they have to find a way to keep the cost down. And maybe if it's smaller, it would be more cost effective. They're building another one in Port Antonio. It's called the Boundbrook Urban Center. That one is under construction. And they plan to build one in Boscobel, right beside the Ian Fleming International Airport. Then they have plans to build one in the Grill, and they have plans to build one in Black River. However, Black River is very important because, or I should say, the urban center in Black River is very important because a lot of the government infrastructure, a lot of infrastructure on a whole, was destroyed when the hurricane hit Black River last year. Now, Black River is an old town, so the infrastructure there was extremely old, and because it was considered a heritage site, they were not able to, say, tear down some of the old buildings and put up modern buildings. So as a result, the town was devastated and a lot of the government infrastructure was destroyed. So they are going to rebuild it in the form of an urban center. And they are going to build it more inland at a location that won't be affected if another hurricane comes through. So we're going to give you an update on what they have planned. The construction of the Black River Urban Center represents one of the most transformative development initiatives in Jamaica's recent history. Located in St. Elizabeth, the town of Black River has long served as an important administrative and commercial hub. However, its low-lying coastal position has made it highly vulnerable to flooding and hurricanes. This vulnerability was exposed during Hurricane Melissa in 2025, when widespread destruction affected homes, businesses, and government facilities. In response, the government of Jamaica has moved beyond simple reconstruction and instead proposed a complete redevelopment of the town through the creation of a modern, climate-resilient urban center. At the heart of the project is a decision to relocate critical infrastructure away from the vulnerable coastline to safer inland areas. This marks a major shift in how towns are planned and built in Jamaica. Rather than rebuilding in high-risk zones, the new Black River Urban Center will be constructed in a location better suited to withstand extreme weather events and rising sea levels. This approach reflects a growing recognition of the importance of climate resilience in national development. The design of the new urban center focuses on creating a well-organized and fully integrated town. It will include essential government offices, healthcare facilities, commercial spaces, and transportation hubs, all located within a centralized area. Unlike the old town layout, which developed gradually over centuries, the new center will be carefully planned to ensure efficiency, accessibility, and sustainability. Modern infrastructure such as improved drainage systems, reinforced buildings, and reliable utility networks will help reduce the impact of future disasters. In addition to improving safety, the project is expected to stimulate economic growth in St. Elizabeth and the wider southern region. The new urban center will support agriculture, which is a major economic activity in the parish, while also promoting tourism and business development. By creating a modern and attractive environment, development is likely to encourage investment and provide new employment opportunity for residents. In conclusion, the construction of the Black River Urban Center is a bold and forward-thinking response to the challenges posed by climate change and natural disasters. By prioritizing resilience, proper planning, and economic development, the project sets a new standard for urban development in Jamaica. It demonstrates a commitment not only to rebuilding what was lost, but to creating a stronger, safer, and more sustainable future for the people of Black River and the country as a whole. Alright, guys, that's the end of the update. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below.